Every year at the IIHF Ice Hockey World Championship, dozens of players face the somewhat unique situation of coming back to a style of hockey they learned in Europe or the Nordics after having abandoned that style of play for an NHL career. It's an adjustment.
Yeah, I mean it's almost different sport. I mean, almost the same rules but different sport, and size of this ring is huge, and the game's completely different. So I mean, the adjustments need to be made in the game, and we have time to make them.
It's a little harder, and again, the rules are a little bit different too. You can't do the touch pass icing. I mean, the goalies are allowed to play them in the corner, so it's a little harder to place the pucks there. But again, it's still a small adjustment. But for us Europeans, I mean, we've played this style for a whole youth, so I would assume it's a little easier for us to come back.
The big adjustment players point to, of course, is the international-sized ice surface versus the NHL ice surface. International ice is wider, with more space between the blue lines, more space behind the net.
There's a whole lot more ice, and I can't emphasize that enough. It's hard to kind of contain passes, and when teams are breaking out, they're coming at you with a lot of speed, where normally you could go down and kind of catch them, but here it's
To be honest, for me it's a huge adjustment, because it's been a while for me personally. I didn't play European hockey on the big surfaces. That's, I think, is huge. They can because you have so more time with the puck, because the ice surface is so much wider and bigger, and
that all folds into timing issues. In the international game, there is generally a little bit more of it. In the international game, a team dumps the puck in, you go back to play it, and you have just a little bit more time.
Right away, you notice coming from a smaller ice surface is that you have a lot more time on the ice because it's bigger. But you can't get caught up by that. You got to still make quick decisions. You can't think, well, you have more time, because there's fast hockey here, and you still got to make quick plays. But it's definitely the ice surface you got to get used to, and staying compact in the neutral zone. Make sure as a defenseman that guys aren't flying through the middle for breakaways. It's a lot tougher to adjust to.
It really is an interesting concept, this whole thing about big ice versus small ice and adjustments players have to make when they come over to play in arenas like the Globe and the World Hockey Championship. Bottom line, though, my take on it is that I think it's kind of overplayed. Think back to 2008. The World Hockey Championship was held in North America. Who won it? A Russian team, made up primarily of guys who play on international-sized ice. Canada has won the World Hockey Championship and an Olympic gold medal, a total of 4 championships since 2002, 3 Worlds and the Olympic gold in Salt Lake City, all played on Olympic-sized ice. Bottom line, good players can play on any sized ice. You're going to see good hockey. They'll make the adjustment. Romanuk reporting for IIHF.com in Stockholm.